But then obviously Josh Trank, the guy that had a monumental knees up whenever it came to making the Fantastic Four reboot. One came out in 2015.
Yeah.
So Disney swiftly just went, no, you're gone, bye. So they tried to get someone else on board. It turned out to be the guy that directed The Wolverine and Logan, which was James Mangold, also The Greatest Showman. So he was supposed to be directing it.
Yeah.
But everything's gone quiet on the Western Front, as they say. And now, according to Kathleen Kennedy, bye. It's gone.
So all that hype just gone.
Yeah.
And nothing.
So no Fett movie now. Because I wanted that. I wanted Solo a Star Wars story, I wanted Fett a Star Wars story, and then the third one, you mash them together when Fett first meets Solo.
Yeah, that would have... Because in the Star Wars animated series, it showed you like young Boba Fett meeting up with other bounty hunters and doing different missions and stuff. I'd love to see all of them like in reality all meet for the first time.
Well, see, what I was desperately looking for, and I know there's 1,000,001 extended universe books out there and comic books and video games and what have you, but for me, I wanted a big screen adaptation of the first time Han Solo met Boba Fett. Why is Han Solo so terrified of Boba Fett when you see him in Empire? And also in Jedi as well.
Yeah.
Like that bit that always gets me, and it's my favourite scene in Jedi. It's at the start on Jabba's barge, whenever Luke's about to be pushed into the Sarlacc pit. And he looks up, gives R2 the nod. R2 shoots out the new lightsaber. Luke does this really cool thing where like he uses the sort of plank that he's being led out to. He uses that to like bounce back up again. Does a somersault in midair, lands, extends his hand out, bang, catches the new lightsaber, ignites it. It's green! It's a different colour! We haven't seen green before. I just starts going to town on Jabba's bad guys. And then this bit where Han Solo's still partially blind after the carbon freezing. So like Boba Fett lands behind him, and Chewbacca's like, and he's like, Boba Fett, where? And he turns around, smacks Boba Fett's rocket like pack, and shoots him into the side of Jabba's barge. But it's the fact that he went, Boba Fett, where?
Yeah,
and
like
it freaked him out that much. What is the history behind these two? That's what I wanted to know. Like, did they work together on a heist?
No.
And they got messed up. Do you know anything about this?
Not really, but for me, what I think would have happened with the two of them is someone's put a bounty on Solo's head before, and they've encountered each other that way. Working with each other, I wouldn't see them. No, I wouldn't see the two of them together. Now, for all fairness, there has been so many different versions and stories and stuff, but I think in all fairness they have crossed paths before, like just like Solo got away just in the nick of time.
Yeah.
And that's playing with them. Because if you think about it, like the amount of bounties that they have had on their head, like Jabba's not the only one. There's bound to be other ones that have done
you would
it.
imagine so,
you know,
you?
So I think that the two of them have crossed paths before. To that moment, he had a bounty on his head, and it freaked him out. Like he got away, but just barely got away.
Now here's a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that Disney are taking a bit of a back step on making all these Star Wars movies.
Sure, what about Obi-Wan?
No, dead.
That one.
Yeah. Tatooine Sunrise, as many fans online have taken to calling it, gone.
What is...
So because everyone got so annoyed by The Last Jedi, nobody went to go see Solo apparently, and it's put the wind up Disney. And I just went, no, we're not doing it anymore. We're just going to focus on episode 9, and we're going to take it one movie at a time and stuff. Which, fair dues to them, that sounds like a smart decision. But, I mean, I wanted that. I really wanted that. But here's a question for you. So, Solo 2 is looking very unlikely. Boba Fett movie's just been canned. Is there a chance, if we see Boba Fett in The Mandalorian, that Alden Ehrenreich is going to pop his head in every couple of episodes or so as Han Solo?
I think it's a one-off episode.
Or just
I think
not as a recurring character, just as they bump into him in one episode.
I think it's going to be like, say for example, Boba Fett meets another Mandalorian, goes, "I need you to help me on a mission. Like I need help here." Yeah. And they go off and they're finding out, they're going after their bounty, and eventually it shows it's Han and Chewie. Yeah. And
either that or Han and Chewie have been sent to collect the same bounty as the Mandalorians.
Yeah, that because I don't see them like I don't see them doing that. But in fairness, it wouldn't surprise me if
But it
they
would
did
be
do that.
nice.
It would be nice to see them finally meet each other.
So, on this show a couple of weeks ago, we reported the whole James Gunn saga,
Yes.
which has frankly been the world's biggest witch hunt of 2018.
Yeah.
So, obviously, Gunn got fired from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 after tweets that he made like a decade ago, which, in all fairness, weren't exactly kosher, let's say. So, he made them 10 years ago. He apologized for them in 2012. 2018 society doesn't care. 2018 society is like, you're this and you're that, and you got to pay for it, even though you've apologized countless times and you deleted those tweets. So he got canned. Disney sacked him. So Disney just making all the smart moves here lately. They canned him, and now they're desperately looking for someone else. Oh, and also a new slot has just opened up in 2020 for a Disney movie.
Right.
Meaning that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3,
You're joking.
dead in the water. So, well, they don't have a director. Like, half the
But I
staff
thought they
has
were
been told to
using.
go
I
home.
thought they were using his script.
They're using his script, but they don't have a director. No one wants it.
This is not a happy show today.
No, it's really not.
It's
Which is perfect for me hosting it. So, yeah, but now it seems that James Gunn has, as we thought in the first place, he's been picked up by DC.
Oh.
And he was, originally it was reported he was writing the script for Suicide Squad 2.
Exciting.
Now, it looks as though he's going to be directing it as well.
This is going to be
Fire
weird.
one across the nose to Marvel.
That's
So
gonna be fun.
this was apparently confirmed by our best friend in the whole world, Michael Rooker. Yondu himself from Guardians of the Galaxy fame. So he was at the Walker Stalker Con, which is a big Walking Dead event, and he was asked about it, but he said, don't worry about that too much because he's got a new job, referring to James Gunn. Yeah, but oh well, guess what? He's on a gig already. Suicide Squad, that's right. He's writing it and directing it as well. So that's my terrible impression of Michael Rooker, but that is what he said verbatim. So yeah, he's writing and directing it. Originally, it looked like the writer and director of the first movie, David Ayer, he was supposed to come back. Then Ayer dropped out. It looked like the accountant director, Gavin O'Connor, was going to put it together, but apparently that fell apart when they found out that the script he was going to use for Suicide Squad 2 is very similar to the in development Birds of Prey movie. So yeah, it looks like James Gunn is back at the top again. Yeah, he's making Suicide Squad 2.
I'm really excited for
Do
that.
you hear that sound? That's the sound of Disney and Marvel going, oh.
Yeah.
So, talking of DC, like, you know, we like our DC here, don't we? And we also like Gotham.
Oh my God, yes.
I gotta tell you now, my other half is really, really winding me up with Gotham lately. It's all she watches on Netflix.
I haven't seen the where did I end? I think I stopped at the fourth season. I haven't seen the new one yet.
So, we've got a release date for the final season of Gotham, which is going to arrive on Thursday, the 3rd of January, 2019.
Ooh.
And secondly, the season's going to be a little bit longer than we expected.
Ooh.
The season was originally set to be 10 episodes. It's now up to 12.
Oh,
2 more nights in Gotham.
Nice.
So a little longer to tell the final story. Young Bruce Wayne himself, David Mazouz. Seriously, like, these aren't surnames anymore. This is just cheap at Scrabble. Said of the final season, crazy, yeah. It does ramp up because, you know, we kind of fit the meat of 22 episodes into 10. So you'll see the episodes are crazy action-packed. Like,
nice.
you know, it's kind of sad because I always find these to be kind of sweet moments, but we kind of have slimmed down on the scenes, the kind of more quiet scenes between two characters talking about the events of the episode. Sean and I had a lot of those in the kitchen or in the study. Kind of haven't had a lot of those because every second is just filled with action, plot moving the story along, getting the characters where they need to go. I think it will be exhilarating as a viewer to watch. I can't put any of the scripts down. They must put superglue on them or something. Oh no, he means metaphorically. We know Gotham is a pretty divisive series. Any fans in the house?
Yes.
Gotham, yeah, you
Yes.
like Gotham? Anyone listening, do you like Gotham?
Of course
we,
I do.
We can't hear you, but we'll take that as a yes.
Have you not watched Gotham?
I have watched the first series. It did not appeal to me.
Really? Then what? Like a couple of episodes or the full season?
I bashed through most of it. It was the whole storyline with Penguin and Fish Mooney.
That gets so bad. That gets so good.
It just dragged out too long.
Oh no, man! You need to go back. You need to go back. Trust me. There's so many good moments. So many good moments.
Right, so we heard a couple of weeks ago that Deadpool 2
Yes.
is going to get a PG-13 release.
Right.
So apparently now, according to the screenwriters Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick, there's going to be new material in this.
We mean
So-
like unseen footage?
So they're literally going to go back and reshoot half this movie to make it PG. I can't tell if this is the idea of a genius or the idea of an absolute schizophrenic.
I would go for the second choice.
So with Aquaman, Into the Spider-Verse and Mary Poppins 2 all heading to cinemas this Christmas, it's easy to forget that Deadpool is returning to the big screen too. So the thing is, there's going to be new material in it this time.
Right.
One of the screenwriters, Paul Wernick, said, after Deadpool 2 came out and we were all sitting around, we came to it less about the idea of, let's make a PG-13 movie, and more, let's talk a little bit about Deadpool. We were kicking around some ideas, and then I think it was Ryan Reynolds who had the great framing device, and we all got excited and went into the studio. They said, yeah, let's do it, fire up the cameras. About 2 months ago, we were out on sound stages shooting again. Ryan was in the suit, and the gang was back together. Dave Leitch and Ryan and us having a great time and laughing. It comes together great, so we're super excited about it. As for who else filmed the new stuff, we can't say, Reese said. But there are fears that the new version of the movie, being more family-friendly, will lose the love of the fans. I think it's not only going to appeal to kids, but also to people who love Deadpool. I think it's subversive enough and fun and creative, and something that only Deadpool could do. So I think it's going to be a real joy for not only a whole new audience, but also an audience that has seen and loved the Deadpool movies. Will the new version change the story of Deadpool 2? No, not really. Not appreciably. We didn't want to mislead, nor do we want to spoil. As we get closer, we'll see what the studio will let us talk about. I wouldn't reveal too much about it, because it'll ruin the fun for the audience.
I think I know what they've done.
Shoot it from the hip, partner.
I think that, do you remember the wee scene in it where you've seen all the X-Men just really quickly and the close is over?
Yeah.
I think we're going to see more footage with them. I think.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, well, think about it. Like, he was in the mansion for a while. Like, I do think that there's going to be a bit more. Because, like, did Marvel get, like, anything, or did they get rights to the X-Men or something?
Yeah, with the Disney-Fox merger, they'll get the X-Men.
Yeah, so I think...
And they also get Deadpool as well.
Well, then, yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. It's going to have some more of the X-Men in it.
Do you reckon this is do you reckon it's going to be like some sort of major scheme or like marketing tactic by Disney to release a PG-13 family-friendly version of Deadpool, and the entire movie is just Deadpool going, "We're going to be fighting the Avengers"?
Hopefully not. But who knows? If you think about it, I think Disney's just getting really spooked. Think about it, like you've got... They've fired someone who they shouldn't have fired. Mm-hmm. Now that he's off with EC, so and everything else that they've worked on has just went just totally messed up on them. So I think they're really just going, what can we do here?
We've seen the reactions to this on the Fallen the Nerd website and the Facebook page. A lot of people are not too happy about this.
Really?
A lot of people are saying, "Oh well, guys, like I've got the Blu-ray, you know, like,
There's no point buying a whole.
Like, why are you doing this? Why not just make Deadpool 3?
Marketing.
Money.
We've
got to have
money.
Right, so Bill and Ted 3.
Oh, please don't tell me. If this is going to be more bad news, I can't deal.
It's not good news, it's not bad news, it's just
Your
news.
face is telling me it's bad.
Not even news, it's like old. It's anti-news at this point.
Okay.
Because for years now we've been hearing Bill and Ted 3.
Yes.
Bill and Ted 3 is going to happen. It's going to have Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves back, and it's going to be called Bill and Ted Face the Music and blah, blah, blah. But it's just been going on and on. Like, shouldn't we have had Bill and Ted 3 by now? I remember when this was big news all the way back in 2010.
Oh, that's going way back.
And like Alex Winter, who is between doing deliveries at Pizza Hut.
Right.
And every 5 minutes he's going, "Oh, Bill and Ted 3, it's going to happen, it's going to happen." Curiously, not a lot out of Keanu Reeves, who's currently filming John Wick 3.
Do you think it
The
could
Matrix star, the star of Speed.
Oh, God, yeah.
Keanu Reeves. You know, the popular actor Keanu Reeves.
Aye.
Star of Point Break Keanu Reeves. As opposed to this other fella, Alex, what's his face? Alex Summer, whatever his name is. Alex Autumn. So, yeah, so we've got a little bit more news on Bill and Ted 3. Although, listen to this story very carefully. See if you could actually class it as news. So at the height of the excitement, Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter, along with Bill and Ted writers Chris Matheson and Ed Solomon, sat down to discuss the third movie. Chris and Ed came to us in 2007 with the idea of doing it. That's 11 years ago. So, however, it still hasn't appeared because of Hollywood and the difficulties of getting movies made. We've been to the